How's that? Are we doing better now? That better? I hope. Think it's yeah. I think I saw it down there. Those little green bars. I think we're kind of scanning. So anyway, I'll say it again. Um, hopefully I'll let one of you guys in the chat let me know if it's better now. Oh, okay, better. Cool. So excited, man, for GABF. This is my pre-Eve GABF, right? It's a matter of hours, man. I'll be there. As a matter of fact, I don't have my watch on because it's updating or something, some kind of update, and it's charging on the, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure it's fully charged and ready to go. I'm washing clothes right now, so I've got like 2 hours because that one load of wash is going to take like an hour and 20 minutes, and then it's going to be another 35 minutes in the dryer. So I've got like all that time before I'm even complete. You know what I'm saying? So I got some time to kill, bitches. So let me see. I'm having another belching beaver. This is like, leave us alone beer right here. Okay, but I will share it with you guys, man. Got my good tasting glass out, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready, man. I'm ready. For those who don't know, I had this beer before. It's, well, I'll share I'll save my opinion on it. I'll show you the Untapped. Let me see here. Here we go. 1,276 ratings on here. 360 at the time that I am consuming this. 7.5% ABV, 28 IBUs, 4.16 bottle caps. So this one is fantastic. Let me see what I put here for my last one. Wow, I think I've just had the best peanut butter stout I've ever had. Wow, 2 thumbs, baby. So in my rating still wasn't a 5. It's hard for me to give a 5. Oh, okay. So you thought I was on the plane, bum? Yeah, no, I wasn't on the plane. I was, but it's a matter of hours, man. We're nearing single-digit hours away from. I've already checked in with the airline. You know, you have to do that 24 hours in advance. I've already done that. We've completed that. In Southwest, man, I swear to God, I was literally 7 minutes past the hour from checking in. C boarding pass. You know, they want you to pay that $15. I'm like, screw that $15. That's $30. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, no baggage fees, but yeah, we'll charge you, you know, $30 round trip to get an A boarding pass. You know, then you pay the $30 and then you're still gonna get a B boarding pass. I figured I could do that on my own. So no, C. Oh well, who cares? At least hopefully I'm getting on the plane. I've got a boarding pass. Hopefully I'm getting on the plane. Oh my goodness. But in any case, let me crack this beer, man. I am dying to relive this beer again. This beer is fantastic. Oh! Boom! Suck it, Neary. Look at that. Oh, that was awesome. Woo! Oh, fantastic. Dude, I'm telling you, I've got a complete beer crush on Belching Beaver. A complete beer crush on him. Oh, mama. Let me tell you. Oh, my God. This is like cracking open, okay? You unscrew the lid on your Jiffy, right? On your, I don't think Europeans have peanut butter, do they? I think that's kind of an American thing. But in any case, and then you peel that like foil stick-on stuff that's on the jar, and then kind of, but before you get it all the way out, kind of, that's what this smells like. It literally smells like creamy Jiffy. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Mm. And just that slightest bit of like semi-sweet chocolate. It smells like liquid Reese's peanut butter cup, man. But more peanut butter than chocolate, you know? Hey, TD, what's up, man? Hey, let me put the link in there in case anybody wants to jump in. I'll put a link up here and then you guys can jump in if you want. No pressure at all. Trust me, I can do this all on my own if I have to. Oh man, let me tell you, this is bro, I could put this in my air freshener in the house and just like have it going around the house. Oh man, it smells good. Oh, and it just goes down so smooth. It's weighty though. It's not a really, it may look like it's floating around the glass pretty good, and it is, but it's definitely a weighty type of stout. It's a heavy beer. Mm. God, it's so good. This is, yeah. I have a beer love for the for this beer, man. You know what I'm saying? It's uh yeah. This is we're almost gonna need a moment. You know what I'm saying? This is so good. Anyway, brothers, let me tell you, man, or people, because we do have the female viewership is jumping up. Oh, nice clean cap too. Like that. I like when we that little bit of stuff there is just beer actually. So I like when we get a nice clean cap. And this is a fresh bottle. I mean, I just bought it not too long ago. It's don't tell me they don't put a date on here. Now Greg's not going to be happy about that. They don't, do they? Wow. Well, shame on them. They don't put a date on here. I don't see one at least. I don't. Did I look for a date on my review? I don't remember looking for one, but man, I don't know. I don't give a rip right now. The beer's so damn good. I don't know, man. You just got to get some. You know what I'm saying? And try it. It's. In any case, man, I wanted to show you the Untapped from there. I'll log another one having this again on Untapped. Picked up. Now I went because they have these things. Let me look them up. Oh, they do date? Let me see. Well, where do they put it, Earth? Because I am literally not seeing it here. I'm looking around the neck. I know that's popular for growlers. Don't see it. Looking on the label. Don't see it. Giving a good look around the base. Ah, you're right. That first part scratch off, but it's something 1817. So this might be September 18th, 2017. That it was brewed. So yeah, you're right. It's right along the bottom rim here. You might even be able to see just a little bit of that faint yellow right above my finger. That's the date. Thank you, Earth. Appreciate that. Because that's good to know. You know what I'm saying? To know how fresh your beer is. And this one's definitely fresh. It's scratched off the month part, but it looks like it might be September 17th. So that's still very fresh. So this is, and for a stout, that's insanely fresh. So especially one like this, because no charts. This is 7.5%. This could be aged a little bit. I don't know. I would drink it fresh. I mean, I would just. I don't know what aging is going to do to this. Telling you, man, I have just a total beer crush on these people, man. I bought some more beers. Anyway, let me get back to what I was starting. So let me here we go. Let me go back to Google, or maybe I should go to Amazon because Amazon has these. Yeah, let me go to Amazon. And I picked these up. Michelle C. And when I did my video on Facebook, Michelle C is the one that turned me on to these things. So, and I'm going to turn you guys on them just in case you're not familiar with them because I wasn't. So I'm going to show you right now. And actually, let me see. Is this a 2-pack? Yeah. So you know what? Actually, so this is right from Amazon right now. So these are wine skins. For those that don't know, you can apparently fit a bomber like this one, and this is a 22-ounce bomber or wine bottles, what they're really made for. And you can see they're kind of shaped like a wine bottle. You can put your bottle in it, seal it, and then put it in your luggage. And you know what I'm saying? And so that way, if it breaks during travel, it doesn't leak all over everything. And so she suggested these because I was looking for something on she suggested on Google Plus. She's pretty big on Google Plus, and so she suggested using these because she uses them. So thanks for the tip, Michelle. If you're watching this, thank you. I appreciate it. I forgot your name in the other video. I apologize. But great tip. And then you can see it's kind of bubble wrapped, so it does have its own little protection. But what you'll notice here is a 2-pack is $8, $7.99 here on Amazon. I picked them up for $5 at Total Wine. The same exact one, the same 2-pack, everything. So I picked up a couple packs of these. So just in case you were maybe thinking about just ordering from Amazon, just consider that. Total Wine had them. I went down there and got them right now. You know, well, not right now, but earlier today for $5. So I saved $3 on these bad boys over Amazon. So, but regardless, I'm taking them just in case I bring something back. And these are wine skins. And of course, as you can see here, they have other different kinds. And I'm sure they work probably just as well. I'm not sure. I was told about wine skins. You can see the reviews on them. 553 ratings. Look at that. 80% of them are 5-star. That's flipping good. Well, these wine wings are about the same. Look at that. You got 404 ratings, 93% 5-star. So these things work, people, is what I'm getting at. I wasn't familiar with them, but thank you, Michelle, for turning me on to them because this is huge. So Even if you're not buying, wine, like I'm not going to be buying wine. I'm not a wine guy. I'm not a, oof. But you can like just put a bomber like this in there. That's about the size of a wine bottle. That'll fit in there real nice and snug. Or if you bought cans, some other people are suggesting you put cans, put 2 cans into one bag. And if you're careful with everything and everything works out, they're reusable. So if you're careful about everything and you don't have a bottle break on you or your beverage break on you, then you can reuse them. So you can get more for your money out of it, in other words. So great tip, because that's exactly what I'll be doing. I'll just be, if there's something that stands out and I really have to have it back here at home, then I'll go ahead and buy it. I bought 2 packs of them, so I only bought 4, but I don't know. I just figured that would be enough. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just put them on I'll just pack stuff in my luggage and see how it goes. For some reason, I'm the more and more I'm thinking about it, I really don't anticipate bringing much beer back. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of one of those guys. Sometimes if I'm traveling, I'm just like, okay, I had it. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. The way breweries are getting bought up these days and distribution's getting better and better. Hell, I'm seeing more and more South American beers here in Arizona. Every time I go, I'm seeing a new Latin beer. Actually, maybe I should say it that way, because there's a new Mexican beer, a new just a beer from south of our border, in other words. So distribution is getting better and better, is what I'm getting at. So I don't know. We'll see what pops up. There are some beers that if I were to find them. But what happens is I literally went down there to get these wine skins. Okay, I'm telling myself, okay, Joe, this is you're just here to get that. You're gonna do that. You're gonna go to the bank. Is right. The particular bank that I need to go to, I've got a handful of bank accounts at different banks to kind of spread my money. Anyway, but the bank that I needed to go to was right by that Total Wine, so I was kind of killing 2 birds with that trip. And I purposely didn't go to the bank first because I needed to get some cash, for the travel, for the trip. And I didn't want to have the cash on hand before I went to the Total Wine, because I know that's no good. Like my neighbor says, that's a no good. You know what I'm saying? So I go in there and I'm like, I grabbed a shopping cart, and once I grab a shopping cart, I know I'm screwed. So I'm like, okay, I got the shopping cart. All right. I don't know about you guys, but when I go to a beer store, this is how it is, man. It's a struggle. You're like, oh, don't do it, man. Just get 1 or 2 and go. I imagine myself in a Total Wine is probably the equivalent of like someone that loves to gamble in a casino, right? Like, just $20, dude, for real. You're just gonna, okay, $40. You're just gonna do all right, bro, $100 and you're out of here, right? Like that's me in a beer store, man. I swear to God, especially like a good one like Bevmo or Total Wine. It's like, hey, what's up, Nicole? What's up? So, there's a link, by the way, for anybody that wants to jump in there. Just look at my post in the chat, and there's a link. If you want to jump in live, man, have a conversation live, man, you can do that now. This is my pre-GABF show. I'm obviously not working tonight, or I'd be actually on my way. But yeah, I have the night off to make sure I get my flight in the morning, and we're all good to go. Mark and Tom are there. They're there doing stuff. Trust me, because I've been looking at all the text, and they're like, doing so. As a matter of fact, I had to mute those texts because I'm like, yeah, all right, man, y'all are having fun and I ain't having no fun, and screw you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hate on you while I ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all having all the fun in Denver, man. I ain't having no fun. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me mute them, man. That ain't right. They shouldn't be having no fun till tomorrow when I get there. No, but it's cool, man. It's just so exciting. You know what I'm saying? It's so exciting. I have to admit, man, I've avoided GABF all these years, and when Mark said earlier a few months back that he was thinking about getting tickets, I was like, dude, if you get tickets, I'm there. Swear to God. And then he texted me later on that night and was like, dude, I got tickets. I'm like, dude, I'm looking for airfare right now. You know what I'm saying? And then a couple hours later, dude, I bought my airfare. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I told you, I'm on, man. It's on, So it's always fun. Me and Mark have had the pleasure of having beers a few times. So it'll be great hanging out with him and meeting Tom. Seeing Zach again. I've had the pleasure of having a few beers with Zach here in Phoenix. But in any case, let me tell you, man, I went into Total Wine, okay, and I'm still struggling. I got my shopping cart. All right, man, I'm cool. Oh, the first end cap. Oh my God! Right? They had all these rare beers, all these rare pumpkin beers out there, limited editions. Oh my God, I gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that makes you resist is these limited edition bombers are like $30 a whack, man. It's insane. You're like, you're killing me, man. Make these things at least $20. I'm in. You know what I'm saying? $30. Ouch. So, as you can see from my video, I still bought some, but I mean, God, you're just like, man, you're killing me here. So, it's a struggle, man, because the prices of beer is just, especially you want the good stuff. You taste the regular of the particular style of that beer, and you're like, okay, I like the style. And what if it was barrel aged with pumpkin and this and that added and coffee and all this and that, right? And so you're like, yeah, let's do this. $30 for the privilege, privilege, $32 for the privilege, $35 for the privilege. So, but I understand that maybe not the best time to compare high-end beer buyers to high-stakes gamblers. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I didn't go that deep with it, but yeah, you're probably right. A little too well. I don't know. It's been a couple of days, right? What's the limit on that? A couple of days? It's a couple of days. I don't know. Anyway, but wow, that's funny. I didn't even put that together till you said that. But so I bought a few anyway. I didn't buy that much beer, but because I already knew, man, the total was just racking up in my head. What beers did I buy? It was where's my receipt? I threw it away already. There was that one that I really wanted to try. Well, I went real heavy on Southern Tier. Southern Tier has all these different variants of pumpkin beers, and so I went real heavy on that. I went kind of heavy on pumpkin beers. I bought more pumpkin beers than I thought. Bum chickened out. Look at that. He retracted his message. I've seen that. But if any of you guys can get and this is a California beer, man. There's a lot of California breweries that are just fantastic right now. This is Oceanside, California, and man, Belching Beaver's got it going on. I bought one of their nitro beers. Very reasonable price. That one for a single was only $1.99, so that was the cheapest of the beers that I got. The rest of them, that was for a 12-ounce bottle. The other 12-ounce that I got was Southern Tier. Yeah, that was $15.99 a 4-pack. I kind of forget which one it was. I should have brought a few of them over here, but they're in the fridge chilling. You know, they're kind of hanging, mingling. I like my beers to mingle with each other. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, hey, what's up? What are you about, man? Hey, baby, what are you about? What you got going? Oh, you mix with coffee, huh? Yeah, yeah, I mix with peanut butter. Yeah, I got a little chocolate taste to me too, man. What's up with that, baby? What do you think? You know what I'm saying? I like my beers to kind of mingle. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of get along. And then by the time I sample them, then they're like, you know what? You know, this is pretty damn good beer. You know what I'm saying? But how come this beer tastes a little bit like that one? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man. Um, oh, TD Burst. Let's see what days you're gonna be live. As far as like GABF or something, I'm not sure, man. I'm kind of, that's gonna have to be, you're just gonna have to stay tuned. I'm not sure if we'll even get to go live. I really don't know what to expect. You're gonna have thousands of people in this thing. I would imagine there's gonna be, I mean, I just on an average day, just when I go to a ball game, for instance, when I go to a football game, I see people live streaming by the dozens. I mean, there's dozens of people. It's not unusual to see people live streaming, you know, and talking to their phones all night. Yeah, this is blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's so common that you don't even pay attention to them anymore, right? So I'm not sure. I'm trying to keep it loose. I don't want to make a schedule for something I have not been to GABF before. I haven't been to a beer festival of, well, I mean, I was 19, and you know, the last time I went to a beer festival, anything even remotely close to this size, and I was in no condition then to. That was in the days when I was like, "We're here to get hammered, man." You know what I'm saying? So a lot different attitude going into it. Yeah, yeah. Bum says. Oh, let me see. Zach says, "Hey guys, try not to drink too much before the flight." Yeah, yeah, that's a good tip. This is before my flight, I have to admit, but no, we're not. We're doing all right, man. I'm just excited for the trip. They're already there, actually, so they're trust me from the text, they're making arrangements, man. They're on their way. So they're having a good time. That's why I'm here, man. I'm kind of pissed. I'm hating on them, man. They'll be having a good time without me, damn it. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's all good, man. Let's see. Bum said, when your beers are mingling, did one say to the other, "Hey, can I examine your rim?" Yeah. Nice smoke, baby. Yeah, yeah, that's yeah, beer mingling. I swear to God, I've never thought of that before in my life till right now. I just kind of made that up right now on the fly. You can use that, by the way. You say it 3 times, it's yours, I swear. But yeah, no, this is a very exciting thing. Let me tell you, I am. I don't know. You know, I'm hoping everything goes well. You know what I'm saying? And we have a good experience. We're going to the Friday afternoon session, early evening session, I guess. What is it? 4 or 5 hours per session. So I think ours starts at 4-ish and then goes, you know, that 4 or 5 hour. I think so. It's like maybe it starts earlier. Mark's the one with the ticket, so I have to ask him. I forget what exact time, but I know I've got just enough time to get from the airport via those trains that they have in Denver, from the airport to the hotel, you know, kind of settle in just a few minutes there, and then maybe hook up with him and his brother, and then, oh, that's the washer, and then go back up to the fest. So yeah, I'm just like, you know what I'm saying, over this thing, man. This is so exciting. So I am very thrilled. I was telling the people at Total Wine too, and she didn't even know about GBF. I'm like, you don't know about GBF? You're like, you're here at Total Wine. Hello, you know? No, I never heard of it before. Oh my God. You know? And then when I went to the bank, that girl was all excited, man. I think she wanted me to invite her. You know what I'm saying? She was all excited. Really? That sounds cool. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I know it sounds cool, man. Wow, yeah, this is gonna be great. And the bank, everybody's watching us. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is great, man. I love it, man. Oh, is he doing some untapped check-ins? Okay, cool. Yeah, no, yeah, I know Tom. Now Tom got out there Wednesday. So we did the show Tuesday. He was literally going to bed right after the show so he could catch his flight to go out to Denver. So when we did the show and got off the air Tuesday, Tom went to bed. It'll be a similar experience for me. I thought, you know what, man, I'm off tonight. This is not, I kind of took an extra night off just to make sure, because I was going to take one of our shorter runs tonight. And I thought, you know what, let me be on the safe side. Because and then sure enough, like last night, so I told my boss last week, hey, let me have an extra day off, man, because let me take an extra vacation day because I want to make sure, what I'm saying. So, and sure enough, man, last night, buddy of mine got a flat, so he's a couple hours late. I mean, you've seen some of my videos, you never know when you're gonna get a flat, so a blowout.
Continue.
Trying to join the call.
Hey, there's Mark. What's up, man?
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, there's nothing but Gatorade coming your way because everybody's over there having fun without me. So, boom, boom, boom.
Beer gone. Beer gone.
So where you at, Mark? Where you at now, Mark? Tell us what's been happening, brother.
All right. We just finished dinner at Wind Coop Brewing.
Okay.
And I had a chili amber ale. Tom had a cucumber ghost, and Paul had a saison.
Oh, nice.
So we're gonna try to head over to Falling Rock Tap Room and get us some more craft beer. We'll save you a little bit, though. Don't worry.
Yeah, bastards. I gotta get me some of that. I swear to God. Hey, so my main concern, because right now it's still what? Let me see. Let me check right now. It's still right here in Phoenix as we talk, 86 degrees. So what is the weather like?
60 degrees and perfect.
So it's a perfect 60 degrees.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, let's.
You want to go? Yeah. We're walking.
Oh, okay. I am having, by the way, the Belgian Beaver Mexican chocolate peanut butter stout. So I'm getting ready, man. Up to the last minute, I am still training for GABF, man.
Oh, there we go. It's kind of loud up there in the bar.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, absolutely.
There's something about a beer festival in town or something. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's something about it. Yeah, I'm telling you. I've got my clothes washing right now. I am gonna do the. I like to keep things clean, before I leave. So I got to clean up the kitchen a little bit. Make sure the counters are wiped and all that sort of thing. And man, I am ready to go. I am like hours away from jumping on that plane now. I'm all checked in.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, we are ready.
Get in.
I feel like the problem is.
I think I get in just before 11, like 10.
Okay.
55 or something like that.
Okay. Well, text when you get in.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good idea.
You're going to take I think it's the blue line from the airport to Union Station.
Okay.
And then you'll take the purple line. I think it's the E line down to the Colorado Boulevard one for the hotel.
So roughly how long am I looking at as far as travel from the airport to the hotel?
Probably an hour.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
I think we go. Make a left here, Tom. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. It took us a little longer. They had a problem with the train from the airport. It took us like almost an hour to get to Denver from the airport, but it should only take like 25 or 30 minutes.
Oh wow, that'd be nice. Okay.
Yeah. Doors close very quickly.
Yes,
Every stop
they do.
You either
So yeah, so you should, if you get in at like 10:50 or something, I would think you'd be down to the hotel hopefully by like 12:30 maybe.
Oh, that'd be great. And what time does it start?
The session starts at 5:30.
Oh, okay. So we got plenty of time.
Yeah, but Zach thinks we should probably, and I think it makes sense, we should probably get there about an hour or so ahead of time, so we're not at the back of the line,
Yeah.
you know, for the session. So we might want to get in there at like 4:30.
he was saying it could take half hour to even
Well,
get in.
I mean, as soon as I get there, I just need to check in, get in my room, put my stuff in my room, and then I'm ready to fly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could
turn around. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. No, I think there'll be plenty of time for that. So cool. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're warming things up for you here, Jeff. So.
Yeah. I am, man. I'm telling you, I'm stoked. We're over here. I've got some wine skins. I went to the Total Wine and bought some wine skins because I wasn't sure if there'd be a Total Wine close by.
Okay.
To buy some at. You know what I'm saying? So if I do buy some beer, I'll be able to take it back in my luggage without it worrying about busting all over everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
So,
cool.
Yeah, I got those ready. Michelle from Google Plus recommended those. So,
okay.
Yeah. I am all set,
cool.
man.
Cool. Well, we are, yeah, we got to go up another, I think we go one block more west this way and then
Are you doing
so,
pants and t-shirt, or are you doing just shorts and t-shirt and you're kind of good?
I've got a t-shirt, I've got a sweatshirt that I can probably need to put on here in a little bit, but it's not too bad.
It might be worse for him.
Yeah, it's probably going to be worse for you since you're one of those wimpy guys from the desert.
Yeah, man. I'm getting that way. I have to admit, I'm a little concerned about the weather, but the more I drink, you know.
Well, I think you'll be good. If you wear one of your Carhartt shirts and a sweatshirt, you should be fine. So, okay. Yeah, I think it's up one more block. Yeah, up and back. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. We're trying to find our way to the Falling Rock.
That's
Denver.
Hell yeah, man!
There's a bakery.
You guys figure it all out, man. I will be there tomorrow, and
cool.
We'll be giving Denver hell.
Yes, we will. So yeah, text when you get in. Yeah, there's a Perkins right next to the hotel too. So
Perkins, what's Perkins?
Perkins. Oh, excellent breakfast. 24-hour restaurant. Yeah, right up here. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Right on, Mark. Thanks for jumping in, man. I'll let you guys get to it.
All right. Have a good night. See ya. Bye.
All right, man. Peace.
Perkins at Perkins.
Perkins at the Perkins. 50 Perkins at Perkins.
The old people of Perkins having a Perkin. That'd be
Yeah, Earth. Yeah, Earth. Yeah, wimpy guy from the desert. Yeah, that's me for sure, man. I'm. It doesn't take long, you know. Oh, what is this? Nicole says, you ever heard of a Massachusetts brewery called Wormtown? Be Hoppy is highly rated. No, I've never heard. Oh, Perkins. You know what, Bum? I have been to Perkins.
Yeah, this is the spot. They're right up here.
Bought it. So let me let them go really quick because that's kind of loud. But yeah, Perkins. I've been to Perkins before, long time ago. It's been hell. I think I was still driving truck over the road. So that's the late '90s. Oh, so Earth's heard of that brewery, but just can't get it. Wormtown. We're gonna look up Wormtown. Let's see. Okay, and what was the one? Be Hoppy. Okay, so that was actually the first one that came up in the whoops. That's actually the first one that came up in the you know what? It's so here's the one Nicole's talking about in the chat here. She's Nicole mentioned this one. Be Hoppy from Wormtown Brewery. 84,000 ratings on here. 1,500 in the last 30 days. 6.5% ABV, 70 IBUs. 3.89 rating. That's pretty good. That's sounds like just a hair above a sessionable IPA, maybe. It would definitely. It's well within the Colorado session IPAs. I like the label though. I like the can. That's for sure. Yeah, I like that labeling and stuff. It's it's kind of cool. It's different, a little different. Great looking beer. Nice frosty glass. He's got it in right there. So, yeah, I have to keep an eye out for it. Let me see if any of my friends that are. Yeah, I'm so fat. He's had it, and he gave it a pretty. He gave it about the same kind of rating. Looks like Ryan's had it. Oh, well, of course, Greg's had it. What is Greg up to now? I think he's up to. Oh, last time I checked, he had passed 2,800. So he's 2,800 beer reviews, man. It's insane. That's a lot. I've got Matt that's had it, Freddie. So quite a few of my friends that have had it. Yeah, and it looks like everyone's right in line too with that. They've gave it about, well, Freddie gave it a 4 rating right here on draft. I'm glad that that Untapped lets you rate things according to how you've had it too, because I think that matters a little bit. You can go someplace and have it on tap, and it's not going to be as good because they don't take care of their taps as well, which speaks to that place, not necessarily the brew that you're having, but it speaks to that place you're having it from. You know what I'm saying? Which could be important. They get enough bad ratings for beer that is supposed to be really good somewhere else, and then you're like, yeah, I don't want to have beer there. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now, Mark and Tom and Paul are on this trip in Denver, and you're trying to figure out where to go. Where do you want to have? So you crack open Untapped and see what's happening, and and the Untapped will kind of show you the trends, what's the latest trend, what beer is happening at that late, at that brewery that you're about to go to. So, you can kind of keep up to date. So if they're getting some bad ratings on the beer they're pouring off tap, then, you're like, I don't want to waste my money there, right? Mm. What else can I say about this beer, man? It's fantastic. It gets smoother the slightly warmer it gets. Now, it's not warm, but like I say, it's a very cold to the cheek right now still. So I would assume that's still like, low 50s maybe right now. Yeah, from the temperature that it's hitting my mouth at, and in the coolness of the bottle on the cheek here, it's probably in the low 50s, and that peanut butter just gets really rich, and the chocolate is just, it's right there. It stays balanced. It stays the way you had it initially when it was super chilled. It's a smooth drinking milk stout. I mean, it's really good. I don't know. Maybe Earth's had it. I don't know who else has had it, but I love this beer, man. It's so good. It was worth another visit. Definitely when I went to the store, so I had to buy it. Had to. It wasn't a choice. You're just like, give me that. You know what I'm saying? It was like I had to. I didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? I tried to resist it, and it pulls me back in. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we had to do. Let me see here. So we covered that. I did get some really good. I wish I would have took a picture instead. because now I don't, and I did pick up some really good beers from. Well, maybe I can search them out. Let me see. Southern Tier. Yeah, Southern Tier. I got a version of the Warlock. I know that. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, I got this one. Yep. This is the one I got right here. Got a bomber of this. So looking forward to trying that one. And they all brewed with pumpkin and pumpkin pie spice. Me and Evan aren't friends yet, as it says here clearly, but he did give it a very good rating. Let's see what the overall rating here. Wow, 189,000 total ratings. 3,700 in the last 30 days here. 10% ABV, 40 IBUs, 3.97 rating on here. Hey, tremendous. What's up, brother? I shouldn't assume someone's a brother, right? Because you could be a sister as well. So I don't know. Oh, okay. So yeah, Earth. Yeah, it was under a different name, and I think they even put that on here. Yeah, formerly named Viva La Beaver. And prior it was Living La Beaver Loca. I was voted down on that one. He said on the label it says I was voted down on that one. So yeah, this is so this is a fantastic beer. So, but the Warlock here, let me see, Imperial Stout brewed with pumpkins. Warlock is brewed to enchant your palate on its own, and also counterpoint our Imperial Ale Pumpkin. Make your own black magic by carefully pouring this Imperial Stout into a goblet. Oh, okay. So they suggest drinking it out of a goblet, which is an interesting glass, right? Like if you're not familiar with a goblet, you know, goblets are just a nice, big, round, shallow. How would you describe it? Anybody in the chat? Kind of like a slightly deeper No, yeah, you know how the champagne. You have some champagne glasses that are real well, like a margarita glass, really, like a slightly deeper margarita glass, just nice, big, wide opening, and just slightly deeper than a margarita glass. Interesting choice of glass for that. Huh. I'm definitely looking forward to having that. That is classified as a pumpkin / yam beer imperial on which is a double. You know, anything that says imperial means double. That's why you have 10% ABV, for Christ's sake. Yeah, see, and that's what tremendous says too. Is that you get a great nose on your drink when you have something with that big of an opening. So, you know, if you look at this glass, you know, your nose goes in it, and so, you know, you really, you know, your nose naturally is getting a nice. You're getting more senses involved in it, right? So, you know, you're more inclined to get a better taste of it, right? Because you're getting your smell involved in that taste as well. And with a goblet, man, it's going to be right there in your face. You know what I'm saying? You're really going to be getting a whole lot of it. It's an interesting choice. I don't drink from goblets too often anymore. So that's why it kind of stood out to me that they mentioned that. Oh yeah, I love Odell's. Odell's is well, Odell's is pretty good. Let me see. Let's look up some Odell's. Let's see. Yeah, they got the 90 shilling. That's pretty good. Their standard IPA is okay. Is Odell's one of the ones that got bought not too long ago or not? I'm not sure. Their top beers. Let's look at some of the beers from Odell. Odell's a pretty good brewery. Let's see. So they've got their IPA, their 90 shilling, their Mercenary double IPA, the Saint Lupulin, the Runoff, Cutthroat Porter. This is the one. Their chocolate milk stout is pretty tasty, for sure. That's one that I definitely remember. Their IPAs are great. Yeah, just like he said here too, their IPAs are so good. They're really known for their IPAs. Their IPAs are really good. They've got a ton of them. I have not had their Oktoberfest. They've got, you keep going down the list here, you're going to get into some beers that I have not had from Odell. Or some of these aren't Odell, are they? Oh, maybe they are. Yeah, I guess they are. But I do like their labeling. Their labeling is slightly unique, and they've stuck to their labeling pretty well across all their beers. Oh, there's this Tree Shaker. What is this about? I have not had this. Imperial Peach IPA. I have not had that. Tree Shaker Imperial Peach. Huh. Got 48 in the last 30 days. Oh, I have had it. See, that's the great thing about Untapped. You're like, I don't remember having it, and there it is. I had it. When did I have this? I had this February 19th, 2014. Wow, there it is. Picture and everything. Tree Shaker Imperial Peach IPA. I didn't give it a great rating. I gave it a decent rating. A 3 stars, a 3 bottle cap rating on here. That's hilarious. Oh my God. I completely, that's the great thing about Untapped, because you can have so many beers and you forget. And you just watched me do it right now. I literally forgot I had this beer. I was like, wow, that one sounds interesting. And there's one check in by me. So, and I've got 3 check-ins for Odell's. I probably have not checked in all the beers I've had. Here's Loose Leaf. Had this in 2014 as well. Wow, wonderfully crisp, slightly hop forward session ale. Gave it a 4.5. That looks like a 5-star. Why did I say 4.5 and then it's got 5 caps on here? Huh. Isolation ale. I remember that. I do remember that. That wasn't bad. The isolation ale wasn't bad at all. I remember that. Hey, this cat looks familiar, doesn't he? He looks like who's that guy from darn it, what was that movie? Oh man, I can't remember the movie anyway. Add basement beer. Let me see. What is this? Love me a strong citrus IPA. With some of those beers, it's essential to get a fresh bottle, which is often hard and possible. Untapped helps map the drunken nights that you don't quite remember. Yeah, Basement says that. It's absolutely the truth, right? Because as you just saw, I absolutely didn't remember having that beer at all. But it you log it and then it helps you remember. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna log this beer that I'm having right now because I don't want to forget that I've had this. Now, I'm kind of subscribing to the bum. No, I think Earth told me about this not too long ago. Like if he's having a bomber, that's 2 beers, so he logs it as 2 beers, and I'm kind of subscribing to that one as well. Here it is. Let me just check into this one again. My decision for one day, sure. So let me give it the same rating as before. I'll just purely check in on it, and that's it. And what was my other beer that I had? It was man, I already forgot. How did I forget something that fast? That's crazy. Let me see. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, hear the music? Oh, the Tangerine Express. God, man, how did I forget? Man. How come it's not just popping up on Express? There it is. So, yeah, I'll get that one logged in here now. So let's see here. I'll do that here in a second. I need to get the picture up there. I didn't put the picture up there. I'll do that in a second. Let me put my wash in the dryer. I'll be right back. Okay, kids. I grabbed some beers while I was up. I said, screw it, let me grab some beers. So I'm not drinking these beers. I'm just grabbing them to show you. So let's see here. Let me put some of these to the side. Ooh, yeah, that one's a good one. Now that one that I just moved over there, I think was one that we discussed on the show that if I seen it, I'd pick it up, and that was why specifically that I did pick it up. Actually, there was a couple of Southern Tiers. That was that Southern Tier beer. I'm going to start off with this one. This is one that is local. So if you're here in Arizona, you've probably heard of this beer. It's called Historic Brewing. This is their limited release, a barrel-aged pie hole porter. I really like their pie hole porter. It's really good. They're out of Flagstaff. They're out of northern Arizona, where actually it is chilly right now. What they're at, 8,000 feet up there. So, you know, they're having kind of normal October weather up there. You know, Phoenix is just, you know, we're, you know, weird. You know what I'm saying? But thank God, right? Because hell, it's going to be 100 here, I think, tomorrow. I think it's back up to triple digits. So just to give you some reference of where I'm coming from, like it's, this stuff happens to you and you don't realize it. Like I used to be really good with winter weather. Like I used to be able to really hang. So moving out here and then all of a sudden you don't have to, it's a major switch, man. You're like, okay, wait a minute. It's what temperature? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I'm still sweating my nuts off out here. You know what I'm saying? And then to think about 60 degrees, you're like, right? So it's just to put things in perspective, it's still triple digit weather here. Okay, so just to give you some perspective, our low is the high over there. So it's okay. Phoenix is weird. That's why we're already getting snowbirds down here right now. This is when we've got people that literally own homes down here and they only visit them a few months out of the year. This is exactly why. But in any case, this beer right now, okay, aged 4 months in barrels. They don't give you too much information here on the bottle, but this is batch 1, bottle 624. So this is from the first batch. Yay! That was another thing that made it really special to me. 6% ABV, 15 IBUs. Really looking forward to that one, okay? So let me put that one out of the way. That made me thirsty. Oh, is Coach in there? Hey, what's up, Coach? Now, this one is from Stone, and it's their Neapolitan Dynamite. Now, they've been, if you're on IG as much as I am, I'm on the gram all the time. They are on there posting this beer a lot. So you can kind of see some of the pinkish hues on there. That's kind of from the strawberry. It's supposed to be like Neapolitan ice cream, vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. So you have Imperial Stout brewed with chocolate, vanilla, no charge, brewed with chocolate, vanilla, strawberries, and coffee. What doesn't sound good about that? I guess, but you know what I'm saying? But I love coffee. I like chocolate. I like vanilla. I like strawberries, right? So why not? And it's Stone. So it's like, come on, it's got to be good. And Abnormal Beer Company. So it's a collaboration beer. So they collaborated with those other breweries to make this. And in the description on the back is an Imperial Stout scoop from the freezer into your glass. It's supposed to be like dessert in your glass. It really is. So when I seen it, I had to pick it up. They've been posting about it like crazy on social networks. So had to pick that up. I have a couple of Southern Tier beers. I'll leave those for last. This one I'm going to look up. We're going to get deep into this one because the description, one thing I like, if you've never been to Total Wine, it's like I don't know, it's just a really big liquor store. You know what I'm saying? And they have kind of like, it's like a Costco, but for liquor stores, right? They have like some of the best prices on beer and wine and spirits, to be fair. It is called Total Wine, so they are mostly about wine, and they do have a large beer section in there typically, and an actual nice huge walk-in humidor. Most of them do have real nice big walk-in humidors. So if you don't have a Total Wine by you, and you're like me, you like to have an occasional stick, it's a real nice place to grab a beer, or if you're a wine person, then I'm not going to fault you for that. Whatever your beverage of choice is. They had some fantastic whiskeys there. They have like a whiskey of the month thing going. And so every time you go there, and I like whiskeys and beer go together because whiskey is beer till it's distilled, right? So whiskey goes together with beer. It's great. And that's why so many of them barrel aged, right? In any case, but when I go in there, I sometimes will pair a particular bomber or a particular beer. Hey, well, I'm going to have this beer. I'm going to let it chill, and I'm going to have this stick with it. You know, and it's sometimes nice if you've got that kind of time to plan that out. Often not so much, because cigars are just as expensive a habit as beer, if not more in some cases. So, and you're literally, you know, lighting your money on fire if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just kind of, when you light it, you're like, here goes another $10. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally lighting your money on fire. But it can be a great experience. So in any case, if you do enjoy a good stick with your beverage of choice, they accommodate the whole thing. Total Wine is just a fantastic store. If you are not that savvy about wine, beer, or spirits, they have great tasting rooms there, and they have classes on the weekends. And I've seen all that stuff happen, and I've never participated in one of the classes, but they look fantastic. They look like like you're really going to come out of there after about an hour or so knowing more than when you went in, for sure. You know, cheese pairings and all these sorts of things that they have going on in there. But one thing that they have is nice little descriptions, ratings, and descriptions of limited release beers, new beers, local beers, just all sorts of different little descriptions while you're browsing around, you know, to help you make that purchase. You know, and there'll be like little card sort of deals, and some of them are longer than others, more information than others, depending on what the brewery makes available. But this particular description on this beer really stood out. So I want to let me see. And this is from Mud Shark Brewing. Yeah, here it is. I want to go a little deeper into this one because I'm super. Wow. Okay, so this must be really new for this must be just released for this season. It's their winter ale. It's Mud Shark's winter brew. Okay, it's their winter ale. It's the abominable winter ale. Might as well just say 1,800 ratings total. One in the last 30 days. So this beer must have just released. 9.6% ABV. No IBUs on there. 3.58 kind of worries me a little bit. I would like to see a little bit better rating out of a winter ale. Huh. So I'm kind of wondering what caught my attention. This is what caught my attention, because they did have this description there when I bought it. Mud Shark's abominable chocolate, a double chocolate mint winter ale is that rare and refreshing glimpse of expandable, great flavors, making believers out of skeptics. Dark and white chocolate combined with the cooling satisfaction of refreshing mint. I like mint, so that attracted my attention. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Ooh, man, I gotta check this one out." So, don't remember what it cost. I could look that up too. Let me go here. Let me copy and paste this. Oops. Total Wine, and I'll show you what I paid for it. It should show up here. That's the store I went to. Absolutely, Goodyear, Arizona. So let's see. It should pop up here. Out of stock, $8.99. That's what I paid for it, and that's not out of stock. They had, unless they sold everything when well, this is for the 12-ounce bottle. $8.99 for a 6-pack of 12 ounces. I did not buy that. I bought obviously a bomber. So maybe it's that's a keg. Yeah, they don't even have it listed on here. on their website. So it's got to be just released for the season. So it had me interesting, has me curious. I want to see how they pulled off the mint with the chocolate and how overbearing or not it is. So very curious about that particular brew. So that's why I bought it, because I can't remember having another beer with mint. Maybe I have, obviously, because I can't forget, but I can't remember one. So now this one is from Southern Tier's Black Water series, salted caramel imperial stout, a dessert beer with Himalayan pink sea salt and notes of caramelized sugar. Now, doesn't that sound fantastic? Right? For those, now the salted caramel Oreos are really good. Salted caramel seems to be like one of the latest trends and stuff, right? And so when I seen that, I was like, oh, got to pick that up, right? So super curious about this. This was not cheap either. This is 10% ABV. Color is black. I'm reading right off the bottle. The color is black. The body is creamy and heavy. And now that I mention it, it is a heavy bottle. Bitterness is moderate. Our dessert beers are a fusion of exotic flavors, making each of them a perfect pairing when you are craving an exceptional stout full of personality. So, and its date of birth is 8/21/17. So I like how they clearly, and it puts it even goes deeper. Date of birth is 8/21/17 at 3:50 p.m. So that gets really specific. Congrats to Southern Tier. I got to give props. They even nailed it down to the time of day this one was born. So you know exactly about just as much as you do your baby, right? You know how big it is, you know how many ounces, right? Just like your baby. And you know its specific day and time that it was born, just like your baby, right? So that's great. This is the one that I believe we mentioned on one of the shows recently from Southern Tier, and it's their barrel aged pumpkin, the Imperial Pumpkin Ale, ale brewed with pumpkins and pumpkin pie spice added. That's a lot of peas in there. That's like a tongue twister in there. But I bought this one because I believe that we had mentioned it, and I said that I would pick it up. There was a beer that Earth had recommended, and I told him I'd pick that one up too. But man, I was spending a lot of money at this point, so I was like, that'll have to be on one of my next trips. But aged in rum barrels for notes of vanilla. It says right here at the top. I'm reading right off the bottle. The color is a deep copper. Body is smooth. Bitterness is moderate. Serve in a goblet or a snifter. Two interesting choices of glass. Anyway, store up dark, upright, 35 to 40 degrees. That's kind of a cool temperature to store it at, 35 to 40 degrees. So pretty much they need you to keep this one in the fridge is what they want, upright in a dark place. So that's your refrigerator. Food pairings are low country boil, grilled wild caught seafood, and roasted game. Alcohol is 9.5%, and this is a 22-ounce bomber. So a little bit of floaties there, a little bit of the yeast or something floating around in there in the bottom of the glass here. You can kind of see it throughout the bottle, actually. So there's some floaties in there. I'm kind of interested to see how all that works out. So let me. I hate to spoil it for myself, but let me look this one up. I am super curious. So rum. Oops. Rum barrel aged. Yeah, here it is. Pumpkin. So there are quite a few ratings on here for this already. Some people have had this already. Looks like the recent label, even some people have had. So looks like we've got 10,000 ratings on here, almost 2,000 in the last 30 days. 9.5%, 25 IBUs, 4.09 rating. It gets a really good rating on here. Similar beers, and this is how we ended up talking about it, is because, you know, when you get to the similar beers or the other variants, did pick up this cold pressed coffee pumpkin as well. I picked up everything but pumpkin. So I picked up the different variants of pumpkin, just not pumpkin. So this is this will be kind of interesting. So definitely curious how this one comes together. Looking forward to trying this one soon. So man, we've got so many fantastic beers to try. Let me click on this cold press coffee because I like cold press coffee. If anybody's familiar with cold press coffee, it's exactly as it's described. It's cold brewed or cold pressed coffee. It's really good. It can be a little pricey sometimes. There's a little more to it. It takes a little bit longer to brew than it does, you know, your standard pot of coffee. So 16,000 total, 6,500 in the last 30. 8.6%, 30 IBUs, 3.98. All these are rating really well. So, but pumpkin is kind of just standard pumpkin. If you bought it on the shelf, pumpkin is kind of what do you call it? Subject, you know, per person, right? Like you might get something totally different out of pumpkin than I do. So it's really subjective, right? So you know, we'll see how it works out. But I bought it to sample, and we have to give it a shot. I don't remember if it, you know, I think it was both of these. I think the cold press and the salted caramel were very pricey. I think the salted caramel for a 4-pack was somewhere around $18 or $19, and the cold press I think was somewhere around $15.99 a 4-pack. So I believe they were both pretty pricey beers. So you know, it's like, oh, that's why I say, man, it's like, you know, you look at it and you're like, God, I've only really got a few beers here, but why am I spending so much money? You know, so it's you know, some of these bad boys, you know, $30, you know, you rack up a couple of those and you're already, you know, touching the honey before you know it. You know, it's like, are you crazy? You know, so it's, but you know, some of them are worth it, man. This Belgian, you know, and the only way to really know is to try it. You know, if you're even a mild fan of pumpkin, you're like some of these variants, you know, you're kind of like, well, I have to try it. You know what I'm saying? Because I like rum. You know, that, like they said, the vanilla out of the rum. So you kind of vanilla-ize a pumpkin, and then it looks like they put actual pumpkin into this special pumpkin right here, and mixed it with, you know, pumpkin pie spices. So I'm obviously expecting a lot of pumpkin in there. You mentioned a lot. There's a lot of pumpkin references in there, so there better be, you know, something good out of there. Oh, now Earth is talking about mint victory at sea. Now I have not had that, so I wouldn't know. Hey, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, Andrew's wishing us a good time at GABF. I'm hoping we're able to bring you some video right away. I'm hoping we're able to stream right away. I'd hate to guarantee it and then get out there and for some reason, I know how it is when I go to football games. Sometimes you get that many people in one spot, thousands of people in one spot, all trying to stream and do their thing, from the same cell towers and all this stuff, and everything's lagging and not, and then your battery's going dead super quick and all these sorts of things happen. So I hate to put times, we're for sure going to stream this time, blah, blah, blah. And then it doesn't work out, and everyone's getting their hopes up. But we will be able to bring you something. If at a minimum, if we don't stream it right then live, then we'll at least record something, then post it later. I think Tom said he was bringing his iPad Pro. So that's going to be cool. I have not used an iPad Pro, so I think he's got the first version of the 10-inch, I think he said. So we might be able to stream from his device. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm hoping. The weather. I need to look at the weather, man. Let's look at the weather. I have to admit, I'm a little concerned about the weather, right? I become a little sensitive. You know what I'm saying? I need to check out the weather. Let's see. So let's go to Google. And in the search here for Google, it took me to Google Plus. It's interesting. It's Google Plus again. Wow, that's something. Let's see. Okay. So let's type in here in the Google Denver weather. 8 degrees, bro. Look at that. 78% humidity. Looks like their low is going to be 51-ish. Friday, look at that. There's a chance of storms. It's going to be 61 is the high, 45 is the low. 78 on Saturday, and then I'm out of there. That's pretty much it. I can stand whatever I can stand on Sunday because I'm out of there Sunday. So 78 and 46, that's bearable, man. That's bearable. We'll be able to hang, I think, I hope. Yeah, I'm sure, man. Once I get going, forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Isolated thunderstorms tomorrow, right? Winds 15 miles an hour. Now, the wind is the thing, right? That 61 is not going to feel like 61 if there's a 15-mile-an-hour wind blowing and 52% humidity. Precipitation is a 30% chance. Look at that. That's snowflakes, isn't it? Monday? 38 degrees. We're getting out of there just in time, son. Just in time. For perspective, let me show you Phoenix weather. Boom! It's 85 right now. Okay? It's 85. 17% humidity. Okay? I guess they're saying maybe it's not going to hit. Google is saying that at least. The local weather says it's going to be 100. So that's a little bit of a discrepancy, but still 98 or 100. What do you want? It's still flipping hotter than that, right? It's still hotter than, what was it, 60 some degrees? That's like 40 degrees, man. Give me a break. If you go from 98, take a 2-hour flight, and all of a sudden it's 60, you're cold. I don't care who you are. Right? I mean, come on, man. You gotta give me something. Look at that. This is Thursday through Thursday right here, man. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Look at the low. The low is their high. Come on. And then Monday, 89, they're expecting snow. We're getting out of there just in time, Chief. Yeah, we're not made for that anymore. As a matter of fact, when I get back here, I'll be able to talk to my friends there at work when I get back on Monday and tell them, you know what? You know what was happening over there? They were expecting the S word. Yeah. You ever seen that stuff before? Right? I live in a place where I just paid my landscaper for winter grass. I've never heard of winter grass before in my life till I moved to Phoenix. Okay. They just planted winter grass here, man. We've got, like, you know what I'm saying? Winter grass. Wrap your head around that. Like, winter time for most people is like a relief from grass, right? You're like, you know what? That white stuff covers the grass, and I don't worry about it for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm like, I look forward to winter to getting away from taking care of the grass, right? No, here, winter grass, my friend. Yeah. Craziest thing ever, man. I love it. I love it. Right? The differences in our cultures in our areas where we live, it's fantastic. I've got the fan blowing above my head full blast. I've got the AC on, right? Like, there's stuff happening here. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Over there, you probably got the heater going, and you know what I'm saying? So it's when you go from this to that, like I just showed you, right? Like, it's 85 here right now. It's 8:30 at night and it's 85 degrees. Put that in perspective, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to give me something, right? Yeah, see, Andrew says he's putting a snowblower together, man. That's Minnesota, though. Oh, that ain't no joke, man. Minnesota. I've been in some winters in Minnesota when I was still driving truck that are unflipping real, man. In central Minnesota, they wouldn't let us go any farther north because they said it was like 99 below that year. It was insane. It was already 60 below. Wrap your head around that, my friend. When I had, and you know, I don't know about how much you know about big trucks, but in big trucks, you know, and I had, you know, I had a nice sleeper and all that stuff in that truck. So in your sleeper, you've got a heater and an AC, and then in your cab part, you've also got an AC. So sometimes if it's super hot, you've got both of them blowing AC, and if it's super cold, you've got both of them blowing a heater, and that'll help keep you pretty warm or pretty cold, whatever it may be. It was so cold that I was still bundled up, sweatshirts, jackets, both heaters full blast. It was insane. Step out of your truck, it felt like taking a breath, felt like fire. I can't even describe it to you. It felt like fire in your lungs. It hurt so bad to take a breath. It was so cold. That cold. Whew. No joke, man. Okay, like I have been in that kind of cold. No joke. I was like, yeah, dear God. That's one of those dear God moments, right? Like your come to Jesus moment. You're like, dear God, you get me out of this, and I swear to God, I'm telling God, I'll swear to God, right? Like, you're like, I swear to God, I will never, right? Whatever it may be, right? Get me out of this, and I swear to you again, right, that I will never, right? Yeah, it's like that situation. It's crazy. It was that cold, and I couldn't even imagine how cold it was north of us going towards North Dakota, that they wouldn't even let us go up there anymore. They were like, no, you're not going up there. I had to put full, I don't know how much you know about diesel, but it'll gel. It'll literally turn to jello, and your engine can't process jello, right? So you put anti-gel in each tank. And normally a gallon of anti-gel, you'll put a quarter of that gallon in each tank. And once it starts hitting zero temperatures, and that'll help your diesel not gel, right? In this case, I was literally putting a gallon in each tank, just boom and boom. You know what I'm saying? Because I was not going to gel up. There were so many people that were gelling up on the side of the road. Trucks were everywhere. It was insane. Insane. True cold. Yeah, I'm sure Andrew's talking about it right now. Yeah, check his Flickr page out. Yeah, yeah, they have gates. Yeah, I remember seeing the gates. When you're up north, I-80, I-80N north of I-80, including I-80, you will drive that interstate and see gates at different places. From I-80 north, you will see gates that go across, and they'll shut those gates and you will not cross. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Like, they shut it down. Like, they literally, it's not just a matter of, oh, there's a couple cops on the road. No, they literally pull gates on the road and you're not going. Like, that's it. Done, son. You know what I'm saying? So, um, so cold that tires will freeze to the pavement. All kinds of stuff happens, man. Tricks of the trade. If you happen to be in that kind of cold, you're a new truck driver, maybe your first winter, don't don't lock your trailer brakes. Just don't do it. Just lock your tractor brakes. Just don't even bother. You'll be back there with a hammer for days. You won't get them loose. Trust me. You getting those that kind of cold. You getting that kind of cold. Don't lock your trailer brakes. Just don't do it. You'll never get them released. It's insane. So you'll just be, wasting your time. That's definitely something that happens, and it's the problem with air brakes. Really, like, we really need to rethink that whole situation. But with air compressors and stuff, there's liquid, there's condensation that builds up in those airlines that freezes, and then that causes a problem. That's why we have air dryers. But those air dryers in those kind of cold temperatures can mess up too, because they're full of that moisture. They're trying to spit out that moisture. And that's why when you're next to a truck, you hear that sound sometimes, and that's what it's doing. It's trying to release that moisture out of the airlines so that the truck can stop. It's kind of important. Yeah, I'm going to see Ohio and State Patrol will give drivers, trucker or civilians, a ticket with a very high fine. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, because like I said, I had never seen anything like that in my life. It was only that one time that I was in that weather, that cold, and they sent me. I forget what town. It's been years now, but they sent me to some town in central Minnesota, from the Twin Cities to up there. None of those roads were blocked. I found a way that I could get up there and get this load of candy, believe it or not. Hard candy. It was really good too. They gave me some samples, but they couldn't even believe I made it up there to get the load. And they had chipped away at a bunch of the ice that was in the loading dock so that I could even not just back in there, but pull out. They had to, grab a wrecker had to pull another guy out of there. So they had chipped away at a bunch of the ice that was at the dock and a bunch of the snow, so that I could get there and get the load in. And I hauled that load out of there to Dallas, man. And that was it for that, man. I didn't go back up there until they sent me to Canada, and I went almost as far north as you can go in Quebec. That was a nightmare, man. That was a nightmare. I still remember that load. It was insane. Anyway, I could tell trucker stories for days. I've been doing this for a long time. Yeah, they put alcohol into the system. Yeah. I'm watching Doug Martin on Fantasy Thursday night. Ooh, that's right. Thursday night football's on. Man, how did I forget, dude? How did I forget? I'm gonna have to get out of here. Actually, my clothes are almost done, so I'm gonna have to get out of here so I can get my clothes ready to go to GABF first thing in the morning. Actually, now just less than 12 hours away, man. Just less than 12 hours from taking off, man, to go to GABF for the first time. I'll be arriving, I don't know, close to 11, like 10:50 or something like that, over there, and hopefully getting the train and going to the hotel and then meeting up with Mark and his brother. And I think Tom's still going to be closer to the convention center, so we'll have to probably take the train up to where Tom's at. I have no idea. They're going to know way more than I will. They'll be letting me know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So they're, as you guys seen earlier, they're actually on the ground feet on the ground, drinking beer, having a good time. Right. So I can hate from afar until a few hours from now, and then I'll be, woo, yay, what's up? Right. So I'm glad that he mentioned there'll be food nearby, because I'm going to go hungry just in case, because, you know. So yeah, I was kind of okay. So that's good to know that there's like a Denny's type of place next to the hotel. So yeah, I would kind of just rather shoot down there, just like he said. I mean, I would assume there's going to be huge crowds, and I would rather shoot up there. And you know, if we're there up there too early, and there's, you know, no crowds in sight, then let's grab a few beers. You know what I'm saying? Get some food at the breweries or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of, dude, I'm all in. Let me tell you. I'll take off. I'm that dude, man. I'll see you up there. You can text me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I show up hours early to the ball games, and I go to the ball games several every year. So you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I love going to events, man. You know what I'm saying? So I get all psyched up. It is. Oh, let me see. Oh, we got OD in there again, man. What's up, brother? So he said he went to GABF 2015. It was a blast, man. So I can't imagine that it ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? So I am so looking forward to it. I really am. I am looking forward to it. I think the one person that has a little sympathy for me towards the weather might be Earth, because Earth lives in California desert that's just like Phoenix here, and sometimes actually even hotter. So I think that if there's anybody that might have a little sympathy, it might be Earth, because it's, you know, you're like, wait a minute, it's 85 here, and it's, let me see what the weather is right now. Let me go back to Denver. Thursday, yeah, it's Thursday. Let me refresh it. It's 58. Okay, here, look. I'll give you some, just in case someone starts to, you know, make cat noises to me. Okay, look, here's perspective. Look. Okay, let me refresh it. It's 58 in Denver. It's 84. Come on, you got to give me that. It's 84 here. That was as of 8 p.m. Okay, this is as of 9, but don't forget they're an hour ahead. Okay, so don't forget that. We'll refresh it. 58, son. Whoo! It's 84 here, man. Wrap your head around that. You know what I'm saying? You know, oh, okay. So, and it's only 6 miles per hour right now, the wind right now, and it's 6 miles per hour over there as well. So that's pretty, but it's 79% humidity over there. You know, so that 58 is going to be a pretty chilly 58, right? Got a little bit to it. Yeah, and that's why there's fog warnings and all kinds of stuff like that, because that humidity is still pretty high. You know what I'm saying? So that's and then with Friday thunderstorms, so that, you know, hey, it's 16 miles per hour. You know, there's a wind chill factor in there. You're not hitting 70, right? Once you hit 70, you don't necessarily have wind chill. Under 70, you have wind chill. That's gonna knock that 61 down in the 50s some more, and then that 44 ain't really gonna feel like 44. It's gonna feel like 30 something. Yeah, I know how all that works. I might actually, you know, all I ever wear is shorts. I might have to wear the P word. Those long, short things that kind of go down to your, like, your ankles and your feet. I might have to get them out of storage. I've literally only got a few pairs of pants, I swear to God. That's the dryer. It's done. I got to go, man. Hey, we're going to bring you something, man. I promise you. We're going to do something. Let me see. Andrew said it's 56 here. at 87% humidity, man. I don't care, man. I figure as long as I'm drinking enough, because I'm hot. I'm like I do tend to run hot. So if it's a little cool, and we just keep walking a little bit, from brewery to brewery and sampling beer here and there, yeah, it should be okay. And I do have like a nice little light jacket I'll be taking with me, that I can kind of wrap around my waist if it gets too hot or something. You know what I'm saying? Layers, right? Layers, right? Yeah. I actually do still have all my my heavy duty Carhartt stuff boxed. I literally do still have it in storage here, in the house, but I mean, it's still stored. Once I packed it up a couple years ago from Albuquerque, I have not touched that again. I'm like, I refuse to look at that stuff. That is a past life, oh, I swear this place will spoil you. It's literally, and now I know Phoenix scares people away in the summer, and I can understand that, because it is like, 120 is stupid. It is. It's ridiculous. It's like, huh? It is. It's ridiculous. But what are you gonna do? It's like, it's like when it's 20 below in where Andrew's at. You're like, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, but you put up with it because, like right now, it's 85, man. I can go out in the back right now, chill, have a beer. It's nice. You know what I'm saying? So, plus football comes on early here. We don't have those like East Coast problems, man. You know what I'm saying? Football comes at a nice time. It's over at a nice time. It's great. Stay away. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, anyway, guys, I'm out here. I'm very excited to go, as you can tell. I'm looking forward to. Hey, Coach, what's up, brother? What's up, man? Oh, you know what? I think that's where they were going, OD. I think they were actually either at Falling Rock or going to Falling Rock. One or the other. I think, you know what? I think they were actually, when Mark jumped in, I think they were at Falling Rock going to somewhere else. So we'll see if I get to go there. You know what I'm saying? They might be over it by the time I get there. I know just from looking at the different social networks, there's so many breweries there. So many. I mean, 800 plus breweries are going to be repped at this beer festival. I mean, come on. It's on Donkey Kong, right? Or how do they say that? Like Donkey Kong or whatever. But we'll see you, man. Peace, guys. Thanks, man, for all your support. We're going to have a good time. We'll send pictures, videos, something, man. It's going to be awesome. If I can, I'll even, yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't want to make no promises at all. Okay, we'll see you guys, man. Peace.